we need to know here, Danny?
This ought to be interesting to see how this guy bounces back from last year when he had an ERA over 4. I know his team is expecting better things from him this year, and we'll see if he can continue to get a little bit better, limit the number of walks, and also limit the number of hits per 9 innings.
Now a swing at a ball popped in the air back behind short. Into a slide, and he makes a great catch for the first down. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He's 2 for 10 in the series coming into today. And that's in there for strike 1. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
Hanging curveball taken, though, for a second strike.
I know he stole a strike right there, but he wants to get that curveball down or he's going to get hurt.
A swing and a oh, it's off the third base bag. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
So frustrating, D-Roll. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're...
Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 2, Dominic Smith.
Now to the plate, Dominic Smith. He's picked up 3 hits in the series and driven in 4 along the way. No balls and 1 strike. Runner breaks for third. Pitch inside the throw, and he'll be tagged out trying to steal third. And that just doesn't make much sense as the inning is over. So they get a man to second here in the opening half inning, but fail to cap. Jacob deGrom, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, when you look up the definition of rock solid for a starting pitcher, this is your kind of guy. Career ERA under 3, just knows how to get it done, controls the running game, limits the amount of damage, and more importantly, he knows how to win, and that's why it's going to be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
Grounded back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Hey, this game's starting off exactly the way they want it to. Lead off single in the bottom of the first after their pitcher went out there and threw a donut on the board. Boys are flying around.
So striding forward now, Phil Gosselin. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
A 1 pitch on its way. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1.
Batting third, the right fielder, Bryce Harper.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. And it's fouled away. And a swing and a miss, so the NL's leading hitter is set down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
JT Realmuto is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. In the dirt here. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. Ramos gathers it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Phillies strand one. We are still scoreless. Second inning ahead from Cincinnati, but first, here's Heidi Watney with more on the forecast.
Matt, light rain is in the forecast throughout most, if not all, of the game, but I've been told it's not expected to cause any delays. The grounds crew will just need to make an effort to keep the field as dry as possible between innings, especially the heavy traffic areas like the pitching mound and around the bases.
Yeah, Heidi, thanks. And beyond keeping the surface playable, I'm sure you guys would agree, it's avoiding the stops and starts that becomes important in games like this one.
Yeah, 100%, Matty. The biggest thing is if you're going to be out there, you want to grind with the boys. You don't want your starting pitcher having to be sat down. You don't want to have to go inside for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then get refocused and restarted up again. Matty, you're so focused out there, you just want to compete and see the game all the way through.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Dominic Smith goes down to become the first out here in the second inning. And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Well, today's game provides the visiting squad with a chance to complete the series sweep, guys.
Sure does, and it's always difficult to sweep and win a series on the road, especially when you're playing a division opponent.
And one thing that would certainly help their cause in going for the sweep is if they can break out the big bats like they did yesterday. Several home runs in that ball game.
It's not easy to hit home runs with this day and age with guys throwing with increased velocity. They were knocking the ball out of the ballpark all day yesterday. They'd like to save a couple of those and use them in this game today.
The 3-1 pitch. And a fastball misses there, ball 4. J.D. Davis the next at bat. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Tried to check it and it's 0-1. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3 on a nice dig at first, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. Back with more on a Thursday night. So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. 9 at-bats in the series and 4 base hits. Turned on down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Coming to the plate now, Rhys Hoskins. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Offered it a low one there, but came up empty. Gregorius stands at second with no outs. Fouled off.
Hey, last 2 pitches back-to-back off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. 0-1 count. Here it comes.
1-1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
1-1. Popped him up. Smith moving to his left. 2 gone.
Batting in.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Adam Hazley. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. He's set. The 0-1. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Top of the 3rd set to get underway. And up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Comes set, and the 0-1. Fouled away. For the current campaign, Marisnick averages a hit once every 4 at-bats, an average at exactly .250. 3rd inning, no score to this point. And he struck him out as well, so the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jacob deGrom. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And Hoskins is there to make the catch. The inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. And we are... So here now is the pitcher, Jose Alvarado, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Here's the first pitch to him. And a feeble swing that time. It's 0-1. A softly hit ball here, foul, off to the left side, and it's strike 2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Popped up. Davis is there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So 1 gone now as we give you a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. Digging in for his second at-bat, Alec Bohm. First pitch on its way.
Ball 1, no strike.
Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And he'll put this away for the second out.
Up next for Philadelphia.
Stepping into the box, Phil Gosselin. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. All set for the start of the inning, and set to go is the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Number 6.
And a high strike there, 0-1. Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
Again, another foul ball. The 0-2 once more. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. And while we have a moment here, let's look at the Phillies' Road to the Show report. Two guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. At the plate now, Ahmed Rosario, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. No runs, just one hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. 2 balls and a strike to Ahmed Rosario. Line to the right side, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Hey guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Stepping in now, Michael Conforto. Line hard down the line and right. And that is a foul ball, just missing extra bases deep in the corner. Curveball close, but it's 1-1.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. From the stretch, Dominic Smith will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike to.
The 1-2 lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. Popped him up. Bohm over to his right, and that retires the side. Mets leave one. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out.
Now batting, the catcher.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And in steps the catcher, JT Realmuto. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike one.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough. Good job of getting him to chase the ball in the dirt right there. Hey, also credit the catcher for keeping it close and finishing it off with a good throw to first. That's harder than it looks, but big league catchers make it look easy sometimes.
Out in front of it, strike one. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Phillies down in order. through 4. Still tied, 0-0. And we're back from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
All right, Heidi, thank you. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
I love the fact that the hitter was able to foul that pitch away. I always thought with 2 strikes, you give the pitcher that inside part of the plate and you do your best to cover away.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Wilson Ramos goes down for the first out in the 5th inning. J.D. Davis comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Grounded softly down the line toward first. But this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Gregorius waits on it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 52.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0 home is swung on and missed. Strike 1.
1-1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Cespedes behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
Unless you're willing to sell out and try and take one part of the field out of play and just work the ball up the middle the other way, it's...
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. Halfway home, still no score. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And he mentioned they need to show a lot more patience with their at-bats moving forward. Over 90% of their at-bats have started with a swing on the first pitch. And given their lack of run production, that approach clearly isn't working. He said adjustment number 1 has to be to allow the at-bats to develop and look for good pitches to hit in deeper counts where they will hopefully have more of an advantage over the pitcher.
Thank you, Heidi. Rhys Hoskins stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Phillies' first baseman. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. The 1-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3.
That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Right fielder is on the run, and no one will track it down. The windup and the 0-1. Good slider there, gets a swing and miss.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2 to one of the better pitchers in the league and expect to get a base hit.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
And he fouls this one off.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road,
but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter-friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
And he got another one here. He strikes out the side. He's set down. Top half of the sixth about to get started. And up next, the center fielder, Jake Marisnick. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit and kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
At the plate, Jacob deGrom. And he pops up the bunt attempt. And Real Muto settles under it for out number 1.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8-9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
Popped him up. Over to the left, but playable over in foul ground. Bohm is over now, and he's got it for route number 2.
The batter, number 1.
Ready now, Ahmed Rosario. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. Has to barehanded. Safe! That was a big-time stab. There was just too much speed getting down the line. Into the box now, Michael Conforto, as he'll lay off a curveball up in the zone for a ball, 1-0. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And he looks at a curveball that falls in, 1-1. And he misses, 2-1.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you really have to bear down mentally as a pitcher.
2 down, runners at first and second. Full count now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder giving chase. And he brings it down to end the inning as the go-ahead run is left stranded. 2 left for the Mets. And this is still a nothing. Gene Segura is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Line drive to left. And the pinch hitter is retired here, 1 away.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
And now the second pitch of the inning is hit in the air to center. Settling under it is Marisnick for out number 2.
The batter.
Digging in once again, Phil Gosselin. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And it's fouled away.
2-out lightning definitely applies to this offense. If this 2-hole hitter can get on, they could start something serious.
Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, after that terrible swing, you find yourself down 0-2. Step out, deep breath.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Still no score. Victor Arano is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 64.
7th inning ready to roll. And here comes the first baseman, Dominic Smith.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Taken in by Gregorius. On to first and a big out to start the 7th. 1 gone.
The catcher, number 40.
Stepping in, Wilson Ramos. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hazley is there, 2 gone.
Now batting.
Striding into the box, J.D. Davis. He got under one and popped out his last time up. He's set and the pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. We are still scoreless. Here's Bryce Harper now. No hits to this point.
Not sure if this is a powerhouse pitching performance by both teams or bad hitting, but as we're moving late into this one, it's about time somebody put something together to try to score a run.
0-1 the count to Bryce Harper. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
See, guys, he is human. Occasionally an ugly swing right there, but he's having a monster season, so I'm going to give him a free pass.
The next 0-2. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Ramos has got it. The throw to first is in time, one down.
Now batting.
Coming to the plate now, JT Realmuto. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First delivery to him on the way. And a ball 1-0.
Hey, this one's tied late in the game. As a pitcher right now, you just can't lay a cookie in there. 1-0.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
Now the 3-0 offering is swung on and missed, and that's strike one. One out, nobody on. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Conforto is there, 2 down. Here's Didi Gregorius, 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Smith is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Phillies down in order, and this is. So here's Yoenis Cespedes. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasts this thing, putting himself in the scoring position to start off the inning.
McCutchen has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Robinson Cano will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Now a ball hit hard toward first. And you can't ask for much more off the bench as he'll drive that run in with extra bases. Throw to second, but he's in there as a run is also in, and with it they take the lead. So here's Jeff McNeil. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. At the plate, Ahmed Rosario. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet. So this.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. One for the Mets here on the RB. Dylan Betances is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 68.
Bottom of the inning now, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game, only down by 1.
Hit high and deep out to left field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. He was great all night long.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
Into the box, Andrew McCutcheon fouled off. Bases are empty, one man out. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Cespedes going back, still going back. That one is out of here. This game is tied. A solo shot here to left, and we are tied again.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Now back, center fielder, Adam.
So now to the plate, Adam Hazley, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this game has the potential to result in a series sweep, but of course with a tie game on our hands, that is no foregone conclusion.
Never easy to sweep. This is one of those teeter-totter games, back and forth as we're tied going into the back end of this game right now. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there, 2 away.
That was a big strike out there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Scott Kingery will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Kingery.
Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he fouls this one off. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. But the Phils have come back to tie it thanks to this solo home run. 9th inning coming up. Zach Eflin will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tied until the bottom half. Now batting, Michael Conforto. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
And there's your go-ahead base runner right away as this is down for extra bases. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty B, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he didn't.
Well, there's a lot of pressure on you because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
This is what a power pitcher will do to you if he executes his pitches. That was a 3-pitch strikeout, and with the kind of stuff that he has, it's not uncommon for him to absolutely dominate certain guys.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Liner towards second. That's in there. Base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, so that'll hold that go-ahead run at third now with still only 1 away.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. All squared up even in Philadelphia through 8.5. The Phillies have a chance to walk it off. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Alec Bohm. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a ball softly hit and foul off to the left. Strike one. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And no swing, apparently. Ball one. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-1 home. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. A throw down to first, one away. So next to the plate for the Phils, Phil Gosselin. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. He's set. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Stepping into the box, Bryce Harper, and he's 0 in this one, batting out of the 3 spot. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This pitch is popped up. McNeil has got it, and the side is retired, so they can't get. We are into extra innings, and up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes. Grounded to third. Throw to first gets him. One out here to lead off the 10th. Here's Jake Marisnick. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that's in there. Base hit. Around first, digging for 2. And he is into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run. Jed Lowry will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Down the first base line. But a foul ball here, 0-1. The 0-1. Bounce to first. Hoskins grabs it cleanly, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Mets strand 1, still tied 1 apiece. Rick Porcello comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning. Next will be the cleanup hitter, JT Realmuto. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
They've done a real nice job keeping this guy into wraps in this one. No hits.
Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they still manage to get an out on the play. Whoa. Now in the box, Didi Gregorius. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now. And the pitch. Slow roller down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Rips this one to first, but taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher. Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. In his career against Porcello, he's got 4 hits and 10 at-bats. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Now here's the pitch.
Leading off with the net.
Drilled down the line, but this is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The next 0-2. Grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Wow, we've seen some really impressive pitching in this one. You could say these lineups have been anemic, but I always like to give credit to pitching and defense, and they've been fantastic.
A swing by Conforto, and this is driven to deep right. Harper is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
The first baseman, number 2.
Next for the Mets, Dominic Smith, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Line towards center field. Hazley will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. Score remains tied 1-1. Andrew McCutchen will stand in again as we take it back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. The windup and the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. So striding in, Adam Hazley. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Smith ranging into the outfield, but the second baseman calls him off and makes the catch. And that's the second out of the inning. Jay Bruce will grab a bat to pinch hit here, and you wonder if he'll be swinging for the downs, trying to walk off with a victory. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. The 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it. 1-2. Hit sharply, but foul down the right side.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Another one sent foul. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. Phillies down in order. Still tied 1 apiece. Adam Morgan gets the ball as he'll take over to start this 12th inning. Wilson Ramos is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. Pitch on the way. Morgan is among a dying breed, those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. 1-2 strikes to count. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
He's not going to feel good about that at bat, nor should he. You have to want to swing the bat, but he just stood there and looked at 4 straight pitches. Hopefully, we'll see him get a little bit more aggressive next time.
Throw gets him. 2 down. Now at the plate, Yoenis Cespedes. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And it's fouled away. Comes set, the 0-1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Hey, this is an amazing inning right here. Attacking the zone, keeping his defense invested. Chance to get off the field super quick.
The 1-2 pitch. Fly ball to straightaway left. McCutchen will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. Score remains deadlocked at 1. So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Alec Bohm. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. And that'll get down for a base hit.
All right, I'm going to need this guy to find his way across the plate. I think everybody's ready to go home. Nice leadoff base hit, not trying to do too much. Usually everybody's looking to launch and end it with the walk-off homer. He stayed with his approach and finds himself in good position.
Popped up. McNeil's got it for 1. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
And kids, this is why you always go hard into second base. Could have been an easy double play ball, but the slide really impacts the throw to first, and they wind up only getting 1 out on the play. Good, aggressive, legal slide that time.
Bryce Harper is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
Guess where he's going with this next pitch? Probably a little further outside, see if the fish are still biting.
Marisnick is under it. And he makes the catch for the second out. So here's the cleanup hitter, JT Realmuto. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the first pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And he might have done it. Can they score that runner from first?
Just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that 2-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. A 2-out hit'd win it. Pass ball or wild pitch would do the trick just as well. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Even though he was fooled in the box right there by that pitch, he was able to keep his hands back, not overcommit, and stay in this at-bat.
Line drive to center field. Marisnick is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more baseball ahead. 13th inning ready to begin, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Jake Marisnick. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Too high as he misses again here, and it's 3-0 now.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
Into the corner and slicing foul. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Hot shot down the line, but a foul ball. 1-1. And the pitch. Line to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Hey, Dan, obviously a good game plan by the offensive team. Bunch of knocks, but they can't seem to get any runs going.
Boy, I'd say as a pitcher, Dero, you're always trying to minimize the damage. Lots of traffic, but so far, very little to show for. You wonder how much longer he can keep this up.
1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. At the plate, Ahmed Rosario. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The 0-1 offering. And here's a ball hit in the air. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. Mets lead. Brad Brock enters the game now as he'll get the responsibility of trying to send this one to a 14th inning. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins, looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. A swing by Hoskins, and this is driven to deep left. And that is off the wall. The relay. The tag, and he's nabbed trying for 2.
Well, clearly they challenged the guy they shouldn't have right there. He's got a missile launcher for an arm, so when he saw him trying to stretch a double, he unleashed one to cut him down, so probably won't be doing that again in this one.
He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Oh, 1, here it comes. Down the left field line and deep, and this will wind up a foul ball. The 0-2 pitch. Swinging a soft liner, and this is taken for the out.
Now batting, center fielder.
So stepping in, Adam Hazley. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver, here's the first pitch. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. He's through first and hustling for second. And the possible winning run is into second base. He's got a 2-out double. And he needed extra innings to get it, but there's his first hit of the game, and that'll keep the hit streak alive and kicking.
Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball, right? You go extra innings, that lineup turns over, and was able to get him 1 extra AB.
Yeah, and he'd be lying right now if he said he wasn't thinking about it. The boys hooked him up right there. Pitching staff extended the game a little bit. 1 more plate appearance, and he extends the hit streak.
And he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. Question is whether they'll even pitch to him. The 0-1. Liner toward right center. Marisnik is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more baseball ahead. So they pick up no. Blake Parker is going to finally make an appearance in this one as he'll take over in the 14th inning. All set to begin the 14th inning. And next it'll be the outfielder, Michael Conforto. Hit hard on the ground to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The first baseman, number 2.
And a cold strike on the outside part of the plate. Parker uses a split-fingered fastball as one of his weapons of choice in the arsenal. He can really be very deceptive when that pitch is working, and I'd imagine as a hitter it's always in the back of your mind. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. 1 out, nobody on. Hit hard to third. He's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Stepping up now, Wilson Ramos. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
And he strikes him out here for out number 3, so after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. Mets go down 1-2-3. Still tied 1. On to the bottom of the 14th. And standing in is the rookie third baseman, Alec Bohm.
Third baseman, Alec Bohm.
From the stretch. Soft liner towards short. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft